Well, good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to a cracking Saturday morning, 28th of August, and it's definitely changing in the weather. Definitely got an autumnal feel to me. I've got my woolly hat on and my fleece, my hoodie on. Try and get all this sorted out today. I want to get that back together again and out. So, box of parts. There's a gaiter for the rake. There's a chuffing great big bearing for the rake, and that bar that I twisted up the other day. So that should be the same as that, and where's the other bit? That bit. So that should be like that. And obviously I've cut that end off as well, so there's a bit more that's still on the end of there, I think it is. So that's how much force the tractor had to pull that bar apart. My expensive bolts, they're like, I think they were 10 quid each. They did say you could get them from, yeah, they got them for granite. I think got them for granite. You can get them from Kemp, but Kemp didn't have any in stock, and they were a fiver, so whichever way, they're done. We've got blue on the end. Ooh, does that mean they've got locked out on them already? I'll have to ask about that. I've not come across that one before. Oh, I just dropped one out. Might have locked out already. I've got some locked out anyway. I'll pick some up. So yeah, there's 6 of them, and that needs to go as well. This is the part that's actually wrong. So that should be the same size as that, which yeah, it's not. I'd say that bearing's supposed to fit around the outside of that as well. As you can probably see, it's a little bit on the big side, is the bearing compared to that. So just run that back, get it changed over. He's got it in the yard anyway. I think another lad must have ordered, I think that's from a Tedder. So whichever way, makes no odds. Right, so starting off with the sprayer first. I don't know if I told you or not last time, but it was over there where the sand is. And after the hay, I went to shift it out of where the backy bertha is there. And I had a really bright idea of using the bale tines, or the bale spikes, to go underneath the pallet and pick it up and shift it. So I couldn't be arsed hooking it up to the tractor and bug around. Picked it up, and because most of the weight's at the back and she was empty, it just rolled over onto its back. It was behind, well, back of bertha there. So it ended up landing on the mole plough and the bales and making a bit of a mess. Right, for those who haven't seen before, these are anti-drip nozzle holders. So this side's got a diaphragm in it. Right, so if you've not seen before, there are 4 parts in the little housing that goes on the end for the nozzle. So you have a little filter. See that very well? So that just takes anything big and lumpy before it gets into spray. Then there's a little rubber and your cap. And then your nozzle fits inside that cap. Again, I don't know how well you can see. There's actually a square section, and it's actually got an indentation. So the spray is actually, the nozzle's actually got little side bits as well, little squared off sides, so they actually fit in there, and then with a bit of a push, so it doesn't actually spin round or do anything. Literally just sits there captivated, and then that goes on top, depending which way around you want to do it. I tend to put it flat side down, like that. And there's little prongs on the end of the nozzle that hold it anyway. Yeah, that sits on there. Your little filter just goes up there. Oh, if you don't drop it and cover it in muck. So that goes up into there, and then your nozzle's got like little clips on it, so you'll find where it pushes up like that, and then it's just a case of twist it on, and that's it, secure. Right, so I've been down and collected the right part. I had to take this piece off the original one, but I don't know if you can tell, I've actually managed to twist that as well. The bar's actually managed to twist, but it seems to, everything seems to fit okay. It's not the end of the world if there's a bit of slop. It just stops the carriage at the bottom just spinning around. Grease fittings in, that was a bit rubbish because I don't think there's actually a thread in there. If there is, it's full of paint from the painting process, but anyway, it's screwed in. It's not all the way home, I don't think, but I'm going to strip threads off if I'm not careful. So basically this is the setup. So yeah, you kind of have to build all this together in one go, and then need to fit those between that and that with all that in it. Right, so we're getting somewhere. I've assembled the hub. Got the hub on, got the plate on, got the bearing on. That light collar's on as well, which will allow this to slide into it on the shaft, and there's a key weight on the shaft as well, so that won't turn without the bearing turning. And then, well, that should be solid. The shaft, that hub should be solid, and then everything turns on this, which is on that bearing that's underneath. Yeah, I just need to do those 3 bolts in the middle up, and then it'll pull the bearing up underneath that and through the plate. Now that bearing holder has actually got a crack in it, but I don't think it's going to affect it because it's got 3 bolts holding it in, and it's only just to stabilise. So get some Loctite for them. We'll just slip these bolts in as well. These are actually pre-Loctited, which I hadn't realised. So they want to go in there, and then need to do all those down, which has got that disc and the protector there as well, just stop rubbish going up top. So that can go on. Then I can lay all these out and start putting the bolts in. Right, I hope you're ready for a bit of a confession. I put these bolts in under here into this plate. I've cleaned them all off, brake cleaner on it, Loctited them, stuck them in, and realised that it was hitting this on the way around. They're actually the wrong bolts, so I've actually taken a grinder to them and just knocked tops off, which is fine. It clears them now. And a bit is touching is that, but yeah, it's clear, it's fine. They're not the right bolts, they're actually out of the tedder. So getting a bit of use out of the tedder now. Right, so unfortunately I've gone a bit backwards now. I'd managed to actually put all that together until I found that. It's supposed to be in there. I don't have the manual, well, the build manual or the build spec for this. It's on the phone that I'm recording on. And the pictures are particularly great, and I don't have the numbers that are associated with the parts on my phone either. They're at home. I didn't take a picture of that. So, yeah, I missed that out. And I've just been to get the old one, that old hub. And you can see where it is, where that circlip was sat in there. And basically the cam, where the cam flow is, pushed down a little bit more to fit that in. So I've now got to put this into there, and then we can put it all back together again. Otherwise we're going to have a spare piece. Right, so she's back together again. Just about. Ooh, if I hop, skip and jump over. As I was saying earlier, there's a male and a female part. So there's a female there, a male there. So to make sure they can interlock. Also what I did was jinx this top piece around a little bit. So all these holes on the bottom side are sat in where they should be. Just gives you a bit more room rather than fighting, trying to locate everything. So then what I should be able to do is, let's see if I can do this with one hand. Literally just pull it round, ooh, too far, and it should all drop in and lock them. What I'll do is I'll put some bolts in, it usually does it better, locates everything and it drops in. So, right, put some bolts in.